changed the way Filipinos teach and learn?
Sir, first is my name is Kobe Segundi. So I have a three question for you about education and technology. So first is as a student, unsa man ang imong experience sa paggamit og technology sa school?
Ah, as student kay ang important gyud na gamiton ng technology sa school kay like kung timo ka report kay saya na kaayo then like nakay gusto na kuan i-insert sa mo ay copy i-caps lock lang nimo tong copy then ibutang ra sa imong PPT dali ra kay mo may imong report.
So next question is unsa ang biggest challenge nga imong na-experience while using technology for learning?
So ang biggest challenge nako kay like mahimo kag report na walay network then like kana mag-print ka then kana mag-print magod lisod kay mo sulod sa printer ang imong pansi imong laptop like, lisod gyud kay siya ma-print.
So last question is unsa man imong ginabuhat para makasabay sa latest technology sa education?
So akong ginabuhat gyud para makasabay kay enhance pa gid nako akong kagalingan na magkama og kuan ba PPT sa laptop like mag-encode then sabay gamono na mga like kung mo ka PPT na kailangan daw mga picture mag-insert na akong gina-practice mga para enhance.
So thank you guys sa answer.
Experience sa ating interview, this is an example of technology and education. Meaning, technology is used as a gadgets, online platforms, and educational applications para mas easier, interactive, o accessible ang learning.
Good morning, everyone. I am Jane Baez, your second interviewer of the day. What's your name, sir?
Well, I am Mr. James Baez and I am a high school teacher, specifically research teacher at Zamboanga del Norte National High School.
Thank you, sir. I'm gonna ask you a question. As a teacher, unsa man ang experience ninyo sa paggamit ng technology sa inyong teaching?
Well, basically as a teacher, in using technology in our daily teaching, of course, it makes our teaching less hassle, specifically in preparing our lessons. Since we have already the use of artificial intelligence or the use of AI, it can make our hassle less burden in terms of the moment that we will be preparing our lessons and also the strategies in the classroom and the way we handle our students. And one of the most important thing or one of the disadvantage of that one is that we do not really dwell in with the artificial intelligence, but it actually serves as our guide. But in using it, we have to use this one mind over heart because we will not accept that we will be driven by the AI. Instead, we will be driving the AI.
Thank you, sir. For the second question, how do you cope with the latest trends in educational technology?
Well, that's a good question in coping the trends of the educational technology, specifically in our students nowadays were actually digital natives. No, they were actually born with technology, with the use of or with the knowledge of technology along with them. And one of the most important things is that how we ended up technology in the same way how we deal with our students. That's actually our challenges in teaching and learning process in the 21st century teaching and learning process skills. Now, in my take on that part is that we need to have students adapt with technology at the same time. We need to remind them with regards to the limitations of or with the use of technology. Like in our cases nowadays, since we already have this what we call as trending issue of um, killing, no, in terms of our students, no, that has been victimized by one of our latest issues right now, and everything has been flooded in social media. But in this case, no, we have to, since we cannot stop this case, but we might as well prevent it. So in the classroom, we have to, or in my case, I have to confiscate their phone from 7:30 to 11:30, and then for during lunch break, I'll give them back their phones again, and after that one, I'll confiscate it again 1 to 4:30, and then after class or in the last period, there's a time that they can have their phone back. But provided they have, or as a teacher, you have to secure parents' consent or any consent form from the parents, or have it signed by the parents, because that would be very important for your protection as a teacher whenever someone will be calling your attention. Why did you confiscate the phone, or why did you not let have the students their phone? So it's actually a case-to-case scenario basis depending upon the situation.
Thank you for that wonderful answer, sir. Exactly, no, dapat yun nga, katong idea is very useful siya para ma-guide ang students and dili makuan sa mga, mga trending karon nga issues.
And also, I would like to add up with regards to that one, that could actually minimize, no, the students' screen time, no, because whole day they were actually looking at their phone, no, every now and then. And one advantage for that one is that classes will not be affected at all, because they will not be using their phones, unless if you will not be confiscating that one, then they will be tempted to use the phone.
Yes.
That's actually the problem.
Exactly. And for the last question, sir, sa imong opinion, Sir James, unsa ka importante ang role sa teachers o parents sa responsible use sa technology?
Well, that's really very important for me, because as a parent, no, the education or the discipline starts at home, no. So it should be the parents, at least 70%, no, part of the parents should be guided, no, in terms of their students, or in terms of their children, no, not to have, or not to maximize the use of cellular phones, because this is actually an attention seeker, an attention grabber, wherein we will be having a problem if this case will be flourished, or this case will be spreaded out. Now, also in the classroom, no, or as a teacher, 30% or the remaining 30% will be followed up by the teacher or the advisor, or even the subject teachers. That is how I mean with regards to the responsible use of technology, and specifically the cell phone. But in my case, I have some exemptions, because I'm a research teacher, because the moment that they will be having their research, of course, our library sources is very limited, and it's actually outdated. And of course, since now we are already in the 7th edition of our research nowadays, so I let them have use their phone in terms of research purposes. The moment they will be hunting RRLs or hunting sources, they will not go to library anymore. Instead, I will let them use their phone through Google Scholar, because that would be one of the most important thing that a teacher, a research teacher, should teach young researchers.
Okay, thank you for that wonderful answer, Sir James, and thank you for sharing your time and your opinions, especially your experience. in teaching. Based sa atong second interview, atong nasabtan ang technology of education. Meaning,